Finals between Labby Dabby Doo and Uno Truco Demonios. And just a quick recap, UTD is currently up in the Series 1-0 after a decisive team fighting victory in Game 1. So going forward into Game 2, Mr. Matt, what are you looking for on the side of Labby Dabby Doo to perhaps change about what they've done in Game 1?
Yeah, so we talked a little bit about this at the end of game one, and I kind of foreshadowed what I wanted to see. I don't necessarily dislike Labby on certain picks, but I do thoroughly enjoy watching him play, some meta tank junglers. So some picks, what was I saying? Like Vi, I talked about Vi as an example. Vi is super good. I think Vi is, in my eyes, one of the better junglers. Um, just because you have hard engage, a lot of DPS, and she's pretty tanky. I also think Sejuani would be a better option because last time you didn't really have a true tank to frontline for LDD, and that really makes it kind of rough. But I would love to see that, like, like that kind of style from Labby because that seems what he's most comfortable on. I do think maybe putting JJ Bill back on Sivir on a comfort pick, and giving Biscuit Hat, a bit like another comfort pick, maybe Leona, maybe Karma, something he feels comfortable with. Putting Lugo back on his assassins if you can get it, and just I think LDD needs to go back to comfort versus trying to counter pick the strategy of UTD.
Yeah, so one thing I want to see from Labby Dabby Doo as well is perhaps get themselves a competition they have a little more, comfortability on going forward in this game too. Perhaps look for Labby to be back on bye or something like that. And then perhaps give Lugo a pick that allows him to control the pace and tempo of the game the way he wants to with that Corki pick, but something that he can engage with a little or perhaps play, you know, individually, a little more cleanly
Mm-hmm.
in terms of the way he forces fights, because he's seeing some very curious things in the way that he was looking to force his fights with Corki last game, and it's just getting out for him because there were multiple times where we saw Luca trying to force things and just getting caught out.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the issue is Luga tried to force a couple fights that I think were a little unnecessary, but I saw the intent and like what the intention for those fights were, and the intent was there, and like the pick options were there. It was just a matter of like supporting cast and everyone following through. And I think that's what made it a little bit difficult for me to fully support. Like I really like the comp, but like when it started getting to the point, it's like, all right, you're starting to make some of these decisions that are me. I'm not gonna say questionable, but these decisions are pushing you to different opportunities. So I really think that at this point, you really just need to play something that you're settling in on. I would like to see Lugo on Veigar or Echo, but I know they're probably gonna ban out Echo as long as LDD doesn't ban out the Veigar, for themselves like they did last game, which I kind of think they shot themselves in the foot a little bit. I mean that matchup, I don't know how Ziggs Veigar plays out, but I just think putting Lugo on something he's a little like he has more experience on.
Yeah, I could agree. And if we're gonna focus on draft for a little bit, I have two golden words that are probably gonna allow Labby Dabby Doo to have a much better draft almost immediately. You can probably guess what they are. They start with Ban and they end with Hecarim.
Is it Van
Yeah.
Hickerim?
Yeah, recommending for a friend. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Yeah, time and time again, teams just let Maye have Hecarim, and it never ends well for them.
Yeah, and part of I don't know. I think when you give, especially when you give a jungler like a hyper carry as a jungle main yourself, when you give a jungler a hyper carry like the Hecarim who can do a ton of burst damage, especially with Conquer and heal some of that back up, I think that's more potent than potentially giving a mid or an AD a hyper carry because with a jungler you're allowed to freely, your goal is to freely roam and get other people ahead. But if you're ahead and you can get other people ahead, that's just an even bigger snowball effect.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And going forward in this game too, I am definitely hoping that Labby Dabby Doo can pull it together just a little bit. So bringing up the pro draft again.
Oh,
He
that's right. Yeah, we got pro draft. All right, we are already into it. So
Yeah, we're actually already into it. Good thing I said that right now because we just got in when the getting in was good. LeBlanc has been banned away by UTD and LDD answering back with the Anivia.
Echo, obviously targeting Lurgo. Um, oh, they took your advice, dude. Nice, dude. Look at that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey,
I'm
but
not gonna. I hope they weren't in chat while that was going on.
hey,
So
Vita.
I think, yeah, I think we have an honor rule. We have an honor rule that teams can't be in chat during draft right now. Wait. Oh, yep. I'm seeing people in chat. All right, we gotta shut up about specifics then.
Oh, wait, who's in chat?
Seeing Lugo and Biscuit in chat
Oh,
right
dude,
now.
Rip.
So I don't know if they have stream muted if it's coming through or not, but just to be on the safe side, we won't give them like hard draft recommendations like that. We can just talk about what they're doing.
Dude, I mean, I have a. Can I meme recommendation?
Yeah, you can meme recommend.
Oh, dude,
And why is
nice.
it Yumi?
Dude, why do you have to call me out like that? Just pick,
Dude, was it Yumi?
dude, pick Yumi, Caitlyn Yumi.
I knew it. I knew it was Yumi. I don't know why, but and there's is the all reliable there. Maya going back at it again with the all reliable, man. Your van is all reliable. He goes at it with the all reliable. You know what I'm saying? Olaf coming out for Maya. That's been a standard Maya pick this entire season. Gives him so much pressure in the early game, and I'm just happy to be on the Viking once again.
Dude, okay, I have another suggestion. There we go. Labby's Warwick.
Weedwick, boys. Looks like Lavi Davi is going
Dude,
back to one of the comps that.
Speedwick.
Yeah, looks like Lavi's going back to some of the comps that we saw out of them coming from weeks 9 to 11. When you look at how LDD was playing, and you're like, this team's actually pretty scary at this point. And I'm glad to see it resurrected because LDD 2-0 don't ban Poppy in, I believe it was week 11. And one of the comps they ran was the Sivir Warwick comp, actually. And so I like it. They got JJ Bell back on the Sivir, which has been his premier AD carry of choice throughout the season. And they got Lavi on Engage, and they also have the Nautilus. So this comp is giving them tons and tons of Engage. And the other thing you talked about with Lugo's Veigar coming in, they also got Lugo's Veigar.
All I have to say,
Woo!
yes, dude, it's one of those moments where like everything that could go right absolutely did. One thing I do want to point out is we do see the J span. So hang on, we see the
That's
Orn
Uncle
pick.
John was Orn.
Dude,
Ooh.
dude. So hear me out. They pick up Jin and they play Jin mid.
Why not Yumi mid, dude?
Dude, wait. Is this?
Flex the Morgana mid and pick Yummy.
Dude, did I hear the patented C-Van Kaisa mid?
Ooh, the Kaisa mid. Truly the counter matchup to end all counter matchups into this Veigar, dude. You can't beat it. It's invulnerable. What do you do?
Did you mirror match it and you just oh
Ah,
please
perfect.
please
Wait.
do
So,
it. Yo,
oh my god,
dude,
that's
this is
spicy.
hypey.
So that's likely going to be a Rafal Pike top, is
Dude,
what I'm
let's
going to go ahead and
oh
assume
let's
then.
fucking go, dude. That's
Yeah.
hypey as shit.
Also, alternatively, they could put Pike mid in the Ziggs matchup for a fall and flex Lugo's Veigar top with teleport and just let him farm it out against the Ore, and that would also be a viable option, I feel like.
That's just oh my god, that's ridiculous.
And you get Pike the roam pressure as well, and he could set up so much stuff for Labby Dabby Do. This is actually a pretty good draft coming out of Labby Dabby Do. They have what they want. They have the engage. They have the team fight. They have the wombo. And Lugo can now
Dude,
start
nutty.
to control some of the space on this Veigar. And he has the one shots back, dude.
Dude, all I'm
He's
gonna
got
say
the
is
one shots.
it's nutty. I'm so hyped, dude. Any Pike pick that's not Pike support gets me hypey as hell because like I just think like I talk a lot of shit about Pike just because the champion has way too much in his kit. Like there's no reason the champion should have an execute, a hook,
You mean you're
a
telling me he's
stun.
brain dead, broken, busted right out of the gate? Yeah, I mean you're not wrong.
Dude, I mean, hey, I call it as I see it. But like I do enjoy seeing the champion played because like people with high like mechanical skills like a high mechanical skill cap on the champion can play him incredibly well and it makes me so happy to watch.
How can you call it like you see it when Pike kills your entire team before you see it?
Oh, you
Riddle
mean
me that one.
Did you mean you just W in and alt 5 people and it's freelo?
Yeah, dude, I pressed my R key 5 times. I'm insane. Dude, you know what my favorite is? When the splash damage starts hitting people from each ult in the team fight, and so tons of people who started off the fight not low just get reset on it because one of the players is low, and then all of a sudden it brings a second one low, and then the ults just keep chaining together off the splash. That's the most obnoxious thing.
Dude, Pike, fair and balanced champion. Riot Games, 20 whenever they released Pike.
I feel like I'm playing Dota. It's like I'm playing Slark Fantasy over here, dude. Except it's how Slark should feel.
Dude, speaking of,
Like, I just dive into a team fight and people die, and it's that easy.
dude, you playing Battle Right where it's all team fight?
Oh, baby. More like Battle Wrong.
Hey yo. I must say though, complete side note, like this is actually a League stream. Battle Right's I'm not gonna promote it, but Battle Right is like what I enjoy about League. Just the fights.
You just
Just
run in, you fight people.
dude,
And you
that's
fight them
all it
again.
should be. All League of Legends should be is just fights. You just 1v1 square up with boxing gloves if you have hands.
Go play a fighting game then, scrub.
Dude, I just played Boom Boom Blitzcrank. He's got the boxing gloves.
Boom, boom, blitzcrank.
Dude,
Hi, yeah, dude.
he's gonna knock you up, you know what I mean?
It's gonna start an account named Floyd Mayweather, and it's gonna play is Boom Boom Blitzcrank. Just gonna walk up, play AD Blitzcrank, and just punch people.
Dude, speaking speaking of AD Blitz, um, a couple of us were playing an ARAM, and they were like, "Oh, like you got Blitzcrank, nice." I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play crit. I'm gonna play AD and crit Blitzcrank." They're like, "Excuse me, what?" I was like, "Dude, trust me, it's fine." And we ran it down, and we were like at their nexus, and we all died. Then they ran it back and won. It's so
That's what I'm
important.
talking about, dude.
Dude,
That's spicy.
dude, I hate it. I just want 100% win rate with my. Even if I've lost games before with AD crit Blitzcrank, I want to be able to just win a game and then be like 100% win rate confirmed. It's just like it's my favorite meme. It's not even a good one, but it's just my favorite. uh,
Dude, you know, I got a quality question for you.
what's good?
What's your preferred pizza toppings?
Ooh, dude, this is okay. This is gonna be weird. So I'm not gonna argue the controversial point of pineapple on pizza, but
Not gonna argue it.
I did,
But
dude,
pineapple goes on pizza.
dude, I like my pineapple. I like pizza and pineapples. They go together. It's like sweet and savory. That
That's what I'm
combination works.
talking about.
Um, I tend to opt for like sausage, mushrooms, and jalapenos.
Yeah, fun fact, me and Maya are pizza brothers. We have the same favorite type of pizza. As much meat as you can put on the damn thing, and then pineapple.
Dude, I can get behind that. Okay, no, okay. Well, do you put anchovies? Because anchovies are meat. Because I ain't about that shit.
I've never actually had anchovies on pizza, and
Dude,
honestly,
they're
like, I'm too busy loading up my pizza with pepperoni and sausage and Canadian bacon and salami and basically everything you can find in your cupboard. Like, if you have straight lard in your cupboard, I'll probably throw it on my pizza,
dude,
honestly.
what about ground beef? Would you put ground beef on?
Ground. Oh yeah, I put ground beef on a pizza. Not like it's like the headliner meat though. It's like it's a pizza's not a damn taco, you
Dude,
know.
it's like a hamburger helper.
Yeah, it's basically a glorified hamburger helper at that point. Exactly. Yeah. Ground beef is not my primary meat of choice on a pizza, but if it's a pizza with ground beef and a lot of other meats, I ain't complaining.
Dude, okay, I'll also argue one of the best pizza toppings is like bacon and chicken. I love like chicken bacon ranch pizza, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, chicken bacon Jesus, chicken bacon ranch pizza is actually pretty solid, but from what I've found, you can get some really awful versions of those. And
Dude,
it's not
really?
like, yeah, it's not like, I feel like it's a pizza that's hard to screw up because if it's not good, then it's just, to me, chicken bacon ranch kind of just feels soul crushingly awful, even when it really isn't. So it's like, it has to be at least acceptable or like good for me to not be entirely disappointed with my experience. Because otherwise, I'm like, well, I literally could have gone to like, Papa John's or something and had,
Whoa,
just a
what?
normal pizza. Like, I could have gone to like some crappy establishment like Papa John's, just had a
Ah,
normal pizza,
you're
and
fucking
it wouldn't
memeing.
be, yeah, and it wouldn't be good, but I'd still enjoy it because like it's just pizza. But like chicken bacon ranch, I feel like it's just different enough from like normal pizza where if it's not like if it doesn't pass muster, I'm just not satisfied in the least.
Dude, I thought you were like being like, dude, Papa John's is a serious establishment, and then you're like up
Hell
for,
no.
dude. I was like, whoa, dude. I was like, disclaimer: we do not support Papa John's racist comments. I was about to drop that.
Yeah, Papa John's is a serious establishment if you like the KKK, but that's
My
it's
fucking
a
god,
different
dude,
it's a different topic for
Jesus!
another day.
Oh my fucking god, Jesus, dude.
You
Oh
didn't
my
hear it from me
goodness.
though.
You don't know what you're talking about. Um, yeah, but like going back to pizza, also buffalo chicken pizza, dude.
Buffalo chicken pizza. That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Dude, I can get behind that.
I feel like you can get behind a lot of things.
Dude, pizza in general.
Yeah.
It's literally just every food group. Like, name a better option than pizza.
Yeah, it's like if you're into those gross specialty pizzas, like like it's literally a cake, but it's an ice cream cake pizza. Like
Dude, okay, so where does cookie cake fall? That's like pizza, but like it's
it's definitely not pizza. Like I hate it so much when people call it like a dessert pizza, and it's literally just a cookie cake, and I'm like, no, this is not a pizza. If it was a pizza, it'd have like bread, and it would just be like ice cream. Like
yeah,
there'd be actual bread in it, which, to be honest, if they used a different like sort of bread than pizza crust, wouldn't actually be that horrible. I'm positive 10, by the way.
yeah, you're right. Oh, we already have a pause coming in.
Actually, I'll pause. So yeah, just let it run.
Shit. Oh shit. Here we go again.
This gives me a perfect timing to talk about more pizza. But on a side note, let's not talk about pizza.
Dude,
How
I
about
before we hop in the game, so I want to give you a shout out, cause so for those of you who don't know, Vitalis is actually a closet weeb with his uwoos. Uh,
whoa, what the heck,
dude, I'm
man?
kidding. Um, but no, so this is
Ew, woo.
Jesus fucking Christ. Like, this is gonna be a really quick and weird discussion. So I started. I don't know how many. Like, there's just a really brief discussion. Like I've been like trying to get into watching the Persona series. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. Like, it's like a super awesome RPG video game, and I figured out that it's just like super weeby, and I was like, you know, if I'm gonna like a weeb show, that's gonna be this one. I'm like,
Yeah, and you
wow.
guys in chat heard JJ Bell. Can I get a Kappa 1-2 for the caster? We appreciate all your hard work and behind the scenes work. Thank you, JJ Bell. We see you. Those Kappa 1-2s going in the chat.
Hey, we love you guys.
Dude, let me tell you, I've been putting in so much hard work recently.
Dude, hell yeah, you have. Like, I'm pretty sure you've cast every game of playoffs, actually.
Yeah, I think I have actually.
Dude,
I
hell
mean,
yeah.
I missed games 1 and 2 though because my internet like I missed games 1 and 2 of the very first series between OTP and Lot because my internet was in the middle of a thunderstorm and was not appreciating it. Did you remember week 11 too? I'm pretty sure I casted every single game that wasn't mine in week 11 as well.
Dude, we've done. I feel like you guys literally have been casting like all the time. Much appreciated. Hey, thanks, Ellie. I'm reading chat, and someone said you
Yeah,
guys literally have been casting. Dude,
yeah.
honestly, I just like
I've been getting so much
Vitalis.
action on I've been getting so much action on the caster desk recently, and I am loving it.
Dude, I just I'm just happy to cast with Vitalis because he's actually the meme lord. So Jesus Christ, back to the Jesus.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's some
God,
quality content, dude.
dude. So, all right, I'm gonna go. I want to throw back to our discussion the last time we cast LDD. And we were talking about Donald Trump. Uh,
No, we're not going there. All right, you heard the call. Lavi's team's ready. How's LDD? How's UTD doing? Please tell me they're ready. Let's get into this game pronto.
dude, all I'm saying is Olaf might have some tiny hands.
I have some what?
Olaf might have some tiny hands, but so does Vagar. So
Yeah, dude. Remember the orange man bad though. So Olaf definitely Donald Trump this game.
oh, you're right, dude. You 100%
But then
right.
again, JJ Bell's got the orange splash art on Sivir, so like
Who, dude?
Nados is pretty orange too. So oh wait, and
Warwick's orange.
Lavi's Warwick's pretty orange.
Dude, what the heck?
Orange kind of orange too. I mean, at least call it the Forge Gods orange. Megan, friend of we got a lot of orange splash art this game.
Dude, this is the Donnie T game. It's all about Donnie
Donnie
T, baby.
T.
All
It's
about
not
my,
all about
all
Donnie
about.
T, dude.
Oh, ooh, I see Rafal flashing. Yes.
KT roaster, baby. I hardly know her.
Hey yo.
Oh my god. So, you know, looking at the game right now, we're back to what we're seeing from last game. The good old 4-point defense coming out of both teams here.
I'm just so glad the director just goes to Rafal and shots me.
He's emoting every time it goes to him, dude.
He has to know.
He has to know. Yeah, can someone check the monitors real quick? LDD's ghosting the stream, confirmed.
Dude, if I see Rafal, I'm gonna be like, I'm looking. Where's Rafal? Oh, I don't see Rafal. Alright, no, just kidding. Rafal, they're not. It's fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, so I'm very interested to see. You know, we saw Pike top lane at MSI. We saw G2 pull it out a lot. I'm wondering if Rafal is gonna base his build off that, or if he's gonna try something different, interesting, unique. Ooh.
I'm expecting he'll build off of that, and there's not really trading coming down in the top lane, and it's still relatively even between the two. One thing to note is Pike's Bone Skewer will deal more damage if you don't let it channel, though. So perhaps in the situations where it's melee, you probably actually just want to stab him. On the other hand, though, if you actually charge it up for the yeet, then you can get the aftershock proc. So that to be a little interesting to establish. Biscuit Hat though, quick cook on the Freedom Penguin in the bot lane. The CC comes out, some early trading, good damage there for the side of Labby Dabby D's bot lane.
Ooh, good binding.
Yeah, the binding coming in as well. Freedom Penguin actually not going to put the trap directly on top of Biscuit Hat, but yeah, some early action going down in the bot lane already for that to be pretty meaningful as we continue into this game. Freedom Penguin back on his Comfort Caitlyn, and JJ Bell is back on the Comfort Sivir. So they traded AD carries this game, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like that. I've been liking Sivir a lot more, just because of the wave pressure, and it really depends on how you want to, set up.
Just pretty decent. Labby going in for a little bit of a look-see into the mid lane here. Hiramar is going to get caught up immediately. The barrier cut, the flash comes out. Labby flashing immediately after it. But Maya is here on the counter gank, and this is one angry Viking. He's cutting down. He throws the axe. That's the first blood going over to Maya.
You hate to see it.
Words of Joe Biscuit Hat Sereno.
Ed.
You hate to see it.
Truly you do. I think Labby's thought there was good, but they just didn't have the vision of the river to know, okay, well Maya's coming, let's go ahead and dip Bice, having Labby try and flash in and hard engage to lock that down.
Yeah, they got double summoners out of Hiramar, and so you have to know that Maya is probably also on the map there because Scuttles have spawned. So you flash after Hiramar in that situation, and you more than likely expose yourself to the exact scenario that took place. You have no flash, and then you have an angry Viking running at you that is sitting on 20 CS because Olaf can clear 5 camps and then walk it over to Scuttle because he's Olaf, he has fast clear. He's level 4, and it's a really bad time to be Labby in that situation. Uncle's probably getting stunned up though from a false trading in the top lane. So much damage.
The combos, baby.
Combos.
Dude, that's what you should get for dinner. Go to like 7-Eleven and just get a bag of combos.
Oh man, that might be the move. Dude, I kind of want to just go to the store and buy some guacamole Takis, actually.
Dude.
I swear, I like guac Takis like 5 times more than I like actual guac.
Dude, guac is good. Guac is just like delicious. Well, I guess it has to be
Guac is weird. I have to be in the mood for guac, and it has to be not bad guac. Like, if the guac's warm at all, or it's not good guac, it's an awful experience. But if I'm in the mood for guac, and it's good quality guac, outstanding. That's the move.
Dude, alright. Now that, so we started the food discussion, and we should be talking about the game, but so early. What are your thoughts? Do you think the Moe's, have you ever had Moe's queso? Like the...
Yeah, I've had Moe's queso.
So, Moe's queso or Chipotle guac, what do you like better?
I don't think I've had Chipotle guac, so for my money, it's gotta be Moe's queso. And also, I don't really like Chipotle that much, I'm gonna be honest.
Fair. Oh, that's fair, dude.
Yeah.
I can respect
I don't really much like the idea and the aesthetic of like those just burrito and like Tex-Mex places like that. Flash going down in the bot lane though. Freedom Penguin and Super Hoagie backing away from that. Labbing Guillermo though on the side though. The Ziggs is here. He's answering some damage coming out. And Satchel Charge blown. Biscuit Hat fancies the re-engage though. Megan Furtibomb shielded up and Penguin's now caught by this is Lugo. Labyrinth is secure to kill on to Super Hoagie and Biscuit Hat gets the kill on Penguin. And now Hirmar is caught between 4 members of LDD and his tower and he's surely going to fall. This is Lugo securing it with the Primordial Burst.
This. Wait, I don't have a... I wish I had a Assault Bay meme. Oh... Alright, I wanna give a shout out to Derek, because Bear, in SpongeBob meme format, fruit doesn't belong on pizza. Looks at tomato. Dude,
classic.
Dude, you right though, Bear. You know, I always had
My tomato is a fruit, but tomato is a fruit biologically. It's a vegetable, culinarily speaking.
Jesus Christ. So wait, if it's a fruit biologically and a vegetable culinarily, what is it like when you eat it? Is it a fruit or a vegetable?
I mean, it's a vegetable because like you cook it, you eat it. It's a vegetable. Gives a lot of the same health benefits as a vegetable, but the way the tomato breeds and reproduces is like with seeds, like a fruit, right? And you know. It's got a fleshy exterior, and then it's got some hard stuff, and there's seeds within. Biologically, that's a fruit. Like you know what other fruits do that?
Pomegranate.
Pretty much every single fruit in the history of the world is organized like that.
I would like to make a suggestion for a new movie. I would like to call it...
The dragon action going in. Maya gonna get flashed on over here. Actually going to escape and upgrade Satchel Charge from here, Amar. And this Infernal Drake gonna go to the side of Labby Dabby Do right now in this bot lane from there. Mega Inferno Bomb comes out. Blue team has stolen an Infernal Drake. And Freedom Penguin gets a kill on Labby on the way out. Unfortunately, it did not have the Chilling Smite available. And Hirmar with the clutch save on that Infernal Drake. Turning a situation from bad to good for UTD.
Yeah, really. That was a really well-timed Inferno Bomb. Especially good knowledge of knowing that, alright, Labby doesn't have his cooldowns. I don't even know if they knew, but they were like, alright, let's just take our opportunity.
I mean, it's like, Maya was sowing that Infernal Drake straight up to begin with. They really didn't have any pinks for the Infernal Drake, so it's very tough to see what's going on there. That, in my opinion, is why I never like to sow Infernal Drakes before I take it back, because I always like to buy the pink ward.
Yeah, I think
And
it's
then I drop a pink coin on I drop the pink coin on a dragon, and then I solo the dragon, and so that way, if you steal ward there, you just don't start it, and it's back to your regularly scheduled padding. But you know, a lot of times though, getting that Infernal Drake sneak in before you even back, and a lot of times between like levels 4 to 5, that's prime Olaf Dragon soloing territory. So if you think you have the lane pressure and you fancy the risky play, that's the way to do it. Unfortunately, it didn't quite pan out for him in that situation, but you know, Levy having a smite down, oh my god, there's so much damage coming in. Freedom Penguin gets the kill on J-Bow with the ace in the hole in the bottom side, and UTD is quickly establishing dominance in this early game.
yeah. I will say the Rafal's top lane has been doing pretty well, and here comes Labby in the top lane.
Yeah, Labby coming in for a gank in the top lane, and the roar comes out, the fleet comes out, the yeet comes out, goes over to Rafal in the top lane. And Maya is here on the counter gank with the ghost, he's popping the Ragnarok, he's going in, the axes are coming out. Unfortunately though, the flash camo popped, means Maya not going to be able to clean up the kill, and Labby is here, the yeet comes out, but damage comes through. That is one dead. Maye. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Luke getting some trading on, and Hiramar, and the Primordial Burst comes out. Hiramar is completely eviscerated.
Yeah, and now we see Labby start up the Rift Herald.
Yep.
Very good call.
A lot of multi-map action going on here for both teams, and honestly, Rafal and Labby getting the kill into Maye in the top side, and Maye perhaps, you know, extending a little further onto Rafal than he should have, because Pike gets his dash up again, and he goes camouflage with the ultimate and heals, and now that's gonna allow LDD to go back onto this Rift Herald. So good survival, looking for the contest around Rift Herald, not going to get it away though. The Herald smited away and picked up by Labby. Labby actually just going to go ahead and flash over the wall there to escape.
Dude, sometimes
I don't know about
like
that one, Chief. Uncle Jemima is caught out by Slugo's Event Horizon. Some dash away from Rafal's Bone Skewer though. Oh my god.
We see the GOP. Oh, and then Lugo.
Lugo is rocking the Twin Shadows build this game, and I think that's going to be very interesting, especially against that team. However, one thing I do want to point out is Maya can just pop the Ragnarok and go completely ham. So, you know, we haven't really done much analysis this game, but one thing's for sure, LDD popping it out with a super large engage comp and so much burst coming out of this Veigar. Late game Veigar's cooldowns are absolutely insanely low, and Lugo's actually found here Martha Shadows build on the mid, pops the entire comp. The barrier's going to come out and reduce a lot of the damage though. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Ace comes out, can be blocked away by Biscuit Hat, and Yermar doing his best to run away from Lugo in the mid lane.
Yeah, and I think this is what we talked about with game one, was the difference between the mid laners and how that was going to be a big impact. We already see Lugo up 2 levels on here. Well, now 1 level.
That's disgusting. Yeah, Yermar is having some issues throughout this series, and Lugo is... You can argue that Lugo is one of the big problems with LDD, you know, perhaps philosophically wise last game with some of the way he was choosing to take his fights, but also the biggest strength of LDD, and Biscuit Hat getting basically solo killed up there by Freedom Penguin. Yeah, there's no assist or super hoogie on the side of UTD, so Freedom Penguin some clean Caitlyn mechanics there, getting those auto attack resets and getting multiple trap CCs down on Biscuit Hat, and that's dead Monolith.
Yeah, agreed. But one thing I do want to point out is almost all the kills are on the Caitlyn, and while in the early game it's very good.
Oh no, here Mars caught again, gonna be forced to flash. Lugo goes in for the flash, baleful strike, and the kill is secured. But meanwhile though, UTD is onto this dragon, and I feel like I'm seeing deja vu there as Labyrinth almost going the way of Biscuit Hat there, and getting almost taken down solo by Freedom Penguin. Thank god Ace in the Hole was popped earlier.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, is like, you know, hyper carries, well, hyper carries are, you know, tend to be, we think of like Jinx, Veins. It's very interesting to see all of the kills going over to the,
Rafal gonna get yeeted up by that Orin Ram in the top lane here. Rafal goes in, being CC is engaged, the yeet comes out, Bone Skewer comes out, Rafal's found the solo kill on Mima.
Yeah. Before that engage, I was talking about how, you know, all the kills are on the Caitlyn, which Caitlyn, I don't know if Caitlyn is gonna be the ultimate like late game scale champion.
For the dive on the bot lane, Lugo's here to the answer, and so much burst is coming out. The tower answers a kill on the JJ Bell for UTD, but Lugo picks up a double in the dive. While Labby turns its attention on the top lane as Rafal teleports back, and Maye is here. He's fancying the re-engage as the teleport comes in from Uncle Jemima, and LDD gonna back off of this one. And meanwhile, the Hirmar has actually picked up the first turret in the mid lane while all this action was taking place. Labby soloed, summoned Rift Herald in the top lane. Now Uncle Jemima stuck under turret from LDD. Mega Inferno Bomb comes in as Maye looks for the kill. He's found it onto Labby. Now it's Olaf is autoing, doing so much damage onto Rafal. Rafal currently stuck under turret as Hirmar comes in. The bomb picks up the kill. And LDD gets the bot turret, but Hirmar and Maye answering back top side as the Rift Herald is destroyed. And top lane turret likely going to go down as well on the side of UTD here.
Yeah, that was just a much better like macro play on the side of UTD. I do think one of the really difficult things about this game at the moment is one of the things I'm very surprised about is the jungle differential. And obviously Maye is a very good jungler. So and I do believe Labby is as well. But there have been some very interesting calls on the side of LDD that have maybe if done differently could have changed the outcome of one, that top fight, and two, maybe first turret could have been avoided, giving that over to them, vice someone else.
And Jemima here caught up by Luga's event. Her rise in, the pull comes in from Biscuit, Hat, and the entire team is here. UTD drop damage, Primordial Burst comes out. That's the kill going over. This is Luga kill traded on the Biscuit Hat though, and Labby's looking on the back for Super Hoagie. Here, Maye running out as fast as humanly possible, but this Warwick Ingrid, he's tracking him down. Not actually going to go that way in the meantime, but in bot lane, Freedom going almost picking up the solo kill on Rafal though.
See, and this is where I like to argue the fact that statistics and numbers are deceiving. You know, obviously, if you were to just look at this game and just look at kills, you're like, oh, 100% the red team's going to win. But it's not always about that. You objectively look, and you look at the towers taken and the neutral objectives taken, and we do see that UTD is playing a much more expansive map game. You know, we're starting to see more vision come out.
Up turrets, they're up dragons, and Maye actually up over 50 farm once again on Olaf pick right now. Freedom Penguin is up 4 kills and basically 60 farm on his bot lane opponent. So UTD, granted Hirmar's not doing, you know, particularly well right now, but he did what was needed. He got that mid lane turret while all that action was going down, and UTD was not giving up advantages elsewhere on the map in exchange, except for the bot lane where they kind of took an L on the dive, but they still got a trade and kill on JJ Bell. Hirmar pushed down that mid lane turret, and then he was able to roam top as well in order to help get the top lane turret in assistance with Maye. So, you know, UTD, like, Hirmar's not out of the game. He's done useful things, and he landed a very good Mega Inferno Bomb last team fight, and they have massive bot lane and jungle advantages that they can prioritize in order to help themselves close out this game, in addition to those, you know, the turret game that they have that's going to keep Hirmar in the game gold-wise.
Yeah, and I do think that in terms of saving grace, we have Lugo's Veigar, and we do have Rafal on Pike. You know, Rafal has been playing this champion very well.
And UTD fancying engage in the top side, but you can see CC'd up by the event horizon, and Maye has run so far forward. This is Lugo blowing up as he goes godlike. He comes out, and there's damage coming out all around, but UTD looks to be coming out on top of us in this fight, and it is a 2 for 4 in favor of UTD.
Nutty.
Jesus, that's one of those fights that just played out so extremely fast due to the massive amount of AoE coming in on the side of UTD.
Yeah.
Hirmar and, you know, to a lesser extent, Super Hoagie. Might put out so much damage that fight on the Ziggs, securing a lot of AoE damage on the side of Labby Dabby Doo. And they had a great kite back on the Maye. And, Maye expected the Ornhorn engage to come out, but Lugo actually found the event horizon on Uncle Jemima, like, while he was in the middle of ramming the Ornhorn, basically. So the engage doesn't come out, and then Maye is kind of just not out there, sticking out like a sore thumb. Labby Dabby Doo kites back, gets that first kill on the Maye. So the fight's going pretty well.
Oh
As Freedom Penguin can get absolutely caught up here, but actually getting the return shutdown onto Lugo before falling. That's some massive Caitlyn damage coming out, and now Maya's here, popping the Ragnarok, going in on JJ Bell, secured the kill, and the axes come out. UTD is looking for the cleanup as Maya brings out a double kill, a triple kill on the Labyrinth Warwick, and that is another stellar team fight pulled off by UCD.
Gosh, and we saw this kind of last game where it seemed like LDD had a really strong early game, but then just the tides, like the tide just shifted and there was just nothing they could do. And now we see the Baron start up, which they're probably well aware of it. LDD's probably aware, but I don't know if they're gonna get there in time, or if they are, what are they gonna be able to do?
So honestly, this game so far isn't necessarily entirely like last game because UTD has showed like complete dominance in certain aspects of the map play, and Lugo is once again like did very well playing into Hero more, but LDD getting very impatient with the fights they're choosing and the way they're playing them out, and UTD overall just has much better setups in the team fights. They're getting their front to back fights, they're getting their carry position, and Freedom Penguin is just so insanely fed, and he's getting to put down so much damage per second in these fights. And ultimately, like, Hiramar's burst comes in, and then Freedom Penguin's there on the cleanup, and Maya is always frontlining, and Uncle Jemima is always frontlining as well. It's looking very rough for Labby Dabby Doo to play these fights so far.
And especially when your AD is 3 levels down.
Yeah, that's
like,
actually
always
disgusting. Their bot lane is a toad. Yeah, their bot lane's a toad 5 levels down right now. The UTDs, and at least they're currently sitting on matching score lines. They're 1-4 and 8 buddies over here, so they got that going for them. I'll say that.
Dude, all that matters is you have a KD better than 1.
That's true.
That's the rule.
You gotta make sure you're hard feeding. If it's better than 1, if it's worse than 1, you're hard feeding. Labby suddenly engage onto Hiramar, then the fight comes down. There's so much damage, Labby gonna get blown up immediately. Ornhorn comes out. This is a double kill already. Freedom Penguin to start things off. Biscuit Hat running away, but just gonna get CC'd and mowed down. Lucas found the return kill on the Hoagie in the front lane though, but it is too little too late as UTD is looking to clean up this fight. Lugo's found a double kill, and so it's a 2 for 4 on the side of UTD.
I do think one of the beneficial things that we are seeing, I mean, this could very well end the game, especially with the power they have. But I do think, they're going to back off. I think they're going to just reset.
Yeah, luckily for them, JJ Bell and Biscuit Hat have rather low respawn timers due to the fact that they're not necessarily in the best position in this game. But Lugo actually dropping the teleport behind enemy lines down the event horizon, and this is 2 free kills gonna be donated over to Labby Dabby Doo here. Uncle Jemima flashing over the wall, getting another event horizon though. Hiramar flashes straight into the event horizon, and that's be another big cleanup for this is Lugo. 11-1 and 4 on this Vega right now. This chat. Joe. Exclamation mark Joe. I am digging this banter right now.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. This is rough. Like, we see Lugo, like, doing so much. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, is that it?
Well, Freedom Penguin, Biscuit has found the hook. Freedom Penguin ignites dropped, but the kite's coming out. The autos are coming down, and Lavy's running under the turret. The shutdown, but gonna trade his life for it.
So, this is something that, like, I wanted to kind of look at a little bit is where is like a lot of the kill spread, and it looks like they're just having individuals just hard carry. Like, we have Lugo doing so much damage. We also see Freedom Penguin popping off on Caitlyn. But like, what's really interesting to me is although we can roast Hiramar all we want for the really bad flash, he actually is playing like a, basically a second support. Like he has a lot of DPS output, but he's going for AoE damage, not like single target burst kind of, and it's really good.
Yeah,
To
he's getting the AoE he needs in the team fight. In addition, he's gone for the more objective-minded build, taking the Witchbane second on Ziggs, so looking to blow up these turrets really fast here. And so Hirmar is putting out enough damage in fights to allow Freedom Penguin to completely clean up, and he's going to be instrumental in allowing UTD to, blow up some of these turrets and close the game out super quickly. That's so much damage on the Super Hoagie from that Lugo W, though.
yeah. Ooh, Rafal.
This is the part where LDD shines with the zoning, and Rafal's now Hirmar. Here comes the engaged JJ Bell, gonna bring down Hirmar fast, and Uncle Jemima's now caught out for the Lugo stun, and all of LDD is on to Jemima. That's gonna be a double kill going over to JJ Bell. Labyrinth is into the back line. Freedom Penguin and Super Hoagie got cut off. Rafal flashes in. That's a quick kill into Super Hoagie. F-Charge comes out and smack the Ragnarok, and the shutdown is found on the Freedom Penguin by Rafal. Coming out the death from below, and LDD has finally found a fight that they're looking for.
If every fight is able to start like that, where you pick off 1-2 people, like, and that's all you need to do, you can definitely. Ooh, this is bold, because Maya. Oh, Maya. I for some reason I thought Maya had Flash, Vice, Ghost, but then I was like, oh, he's playing Olaf. You always play Ghost. You just run it down. But
You always run it down on that Ghost Olaf breath. There's no other option. I mean, I say that's the man who almost always takes Flash on Olaf, but Ghost Olaf's how you do it. What an alpha move.
what?
No jungler says alpha like Maye, for being honest.
Jesus.
You just stole that red buff out from under the nose of Labby, dude. What a cheeky lad. Maye's back from London, and he's one cheeky lad.
I'll get him. We run him down, boys.
Oh, and Twin
there's
Shadows
an ulti.
pop. They found Maye. They're looking for Maye as he pops the Ragnarok and he runs away. All that crowd control means nothing in the face of one angry Viking. Ultimate cooldown gonna be down for the next minute, though. Something to look at as this Baron contest goes down, though, and should be a relatively short cooldown. And Maye currently sitting on that Black Cleaver and the Spirit Visage. Means the Ragnarok's gonna be up sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and I do think that, because Visage, that's what, 20% CDR, 30%. Can't remember.
It's 30%. Spirit Visage is 10%. It used to be 20% back in like season 3, but I think they nerfed it.
That's
So I'm sitting on 30% CDR right now.
well, it could be
and
more even with the because depending on what his secondary is.
It's likely not Transcendence. I'll throw that one out there. It could be, but probably not. Maya dodging out some figure poke in that event horizon. The axe comes out, the Ornhorn comes out, they fancy engage, Lugo pulling up instantly, and UTD is cleaning up this fight immediately after it started. Labby's got the return kill on the Super Hoagie, but all LDD gonna melt extremely fast, and another 4-for-1 going over to UTD. A triple kill on the side of Freedom Penguin. UTD walking it down the mid lane right now. They have this turret pushing power. Four members of LDD are dead. The Ziggs does so much damage to turret. UTD looking for the end of the game here. And UTD likely going to take the series 2-0. Freedom Penguin stepping up and getting killed by JJ Bell, but the return kill goes out. And UTD, they're on the Nexus turrets. They're on the Nexus. UTD going to take the series over Labby Dabby Do 2-0.
That was. That's an exclamation point, Joe. That's all I got. That was just well played to UTD. That game started off very close and it kind of snowballed out of control. And actually, this game we do see the Freedom Penguin did 28k, Lugo at 26k, very close, but just sneaking it out there. So, yeah, Caitlyn's OP. That's all I'm gonna say. Caitlyn's pretty OP.
So yeah, looking into that MVP vote, I think we have two really good options here. The two I want to look at first be Maye and Freedom Penguin. And Maye output a lot of consistent general pressure at both games, and clocking it in with the 9-3 and 10 scoreline on Olaf this game was sitting about 50 CS up on his opponent at around I think it was 15 minutes, something like that. Maye output crazy amounts of pressure both games, and especially game one was UTD drawing UTD back into the game with the Heck Room engages and all around just some outstanding play. So on the side of Freedom Penguin though, game one he was just chilling, he was doing his thing, he was putting out some deeps, but then game two, hella pop off. He had the Caitlyn colors, he had the spicy at bot lane action, he got himself pretty fed. He was up 60 CS on his lane opponent by around like 15 minutes, and he put out so much deeps, he cleaned up so many fights for UTD, but I think my final vote's unfortunately for him gonna have to go to Mike.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot. I mean, I'm always gonna vote for Kaliki, but no.
Yeah, always vote for Kaliki.
I do think you make a good point, but I would like to give a shout out to Hiramar. Um, Failed Flash and all. You went up, in my opinion, you went up against one of the better mid lanes in BMA LCS, in Lugo, who has a ton of, high DPS and a lot of, like, a very high skill cap for how he plays his mid lane champions. And you held your own, and, you didn't necessarily have to win lane, but you didn't have to lose if you just do laning phase and, like, just don't hard feed. So I do think both, like, see, I'm gonna open it up to three between Freedom Penguin, Miramar, and Maye. I don't know. This rough. Do we make a poll for it?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, neat. I got it. Let me just drop this bad boy.
Damn, man, I had Freedom Penguin's name is Freedom Penguin. It's super Hoagie Uwu and 5 out of 7 Mayes, but that works too.
Oh,
Yeah, you
dude.
can go ahead and drop the poll. No, you can drop the poll, it's fine.
Yeah, dude. Dude, this is what I get for trying to be too professional. I try and just put everyone's name as it is. I still can't figure out how to do the umlaut for Uncle Jemima, so I don't really care about that. But it is what it
Just
is.
call him Uwu, just Uwu Jemima, dude.
Uwu,
Uwu
Uwu,
Jemima.
Uwu Jemima,
Uwu Jemima.
Uwu Jimmy.
Whenever you want your pancakes with a splash of anime in the morning, turn to Uwu Jemima.
Dude, uh, can I request this at IHOP?
And Logan actually saying in chat that Freedom Penguin flashed forward and got the headshot bomb destruction on the Lugo after Maya engaged.
Fair.
That's actually the most alpha play I've seen. Yeah, I gotta hard agree. If you put if you just go off of game two, like Freedom's hardcore MVP.
Yeah, but like it's also series MVP, so comparatively, like,
Yeah.
you got like a game one as well, and
It's so close though.
yeah, it is. That's
Between Maya and Freedom Penguin, both of them played really well.
it's just one of those things, man. It's like, yeah, you hate to see
So
it.
you flip a coin. I got like, if anyone wants me to flip coins in chat, I have 14 quarters sitting on my desk right now.
Dude, you know you can get with 14 quarters. Probably
I
like
get a 14.
probably like a
Or
Big
like a
Mac or
what?
something. Probably like a Big Mac or something. I don't know.
Like legit. Oh Jesus, Lugo. Just read chat, Matt. Oh my god.
Jesus, dude, come on.
Legit chat.
Dude, all right, you gotta read it. You gotta read it
Yeah.
out.
Okay, fine. To be honest, that last team. Actually, no, I don't want to read that live on stream. No, I don't want to read that live on stream. You can interpret it as a not so savory joke, so I won't.
That's true.
I say way too many not so savory jokes on stream already. We don't need to add to it by putting someone else's in here.
Dude, you're right. You're right. All right, you wanna leave it open for like another minute or two, and we'll call it.
Yeah, I agree. So I think so. We got 9 votes on this MVP poll right now. We have 21 people in chat. Come on, boys, let's vote on some serious MVPs here.
Please clap.
Please clap.
Make like Jeb Bush and please clap.
Jesus, but LDD is the Trump team. This
The
is
straw,
Jeb Bush.
the straw poll is wrong. It's freedom. Wait, so Lugo's making a good point in chat. The straw poll is wrong, but if we do ADCs can't win MVP. So like, two memes. But Freedom Penguin won Florida.
Oh, Freedom Penguin, Florida. Good meme. Solid meme. Dude,
Dude,
Luger's always like top notch with the banter. I will say, Luger's banter is top notch. I'd easily put it in the top 5 PMA LCS banter. Like it's pretty strong up there.
all right, you ready to close it out? Let's see who our MVP is.
Still 9 votes.
Oh, we'll hold on a little bit more.
Maya and Freedom Penguin are so close, dude. I can't really.
Hey, someone vote for MVP. We have 9 votes. 9 is not an even number. We need an even number.
We can just make Freedom. We can just make Maya vice president or something.
Dude, wait. What do you mean, vice president? Maya's up. You vote for
Freedom
Penguin?
Penguin. Yeah, it's true. Vote Penguin 2020, baby.
Oh, hey. Wait. Aw. Thanks for reposting it, Ellie.
What a bro.
Dab. Dude, okay.
Damn.
Dude, so, alright. We were talking about you getting dinner before we got all caught up in the game. I would like to make the suggestion of IHOP.
IHOP? Yeah, what about IHOP? You know, IHOP, you hop,
Dude, you
he,
should.
she hop. You know, hopology, the study of hop.
Dude, you should 100% hit up IHOP though.
Yeah, let me see if I have IHOP near me. Actually, I don't know. Okay, there's one that's in Eastfield area. It looks like. Oh, check. This one. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go out of my way to reach IHOP. I don't want to spend that. I don't want to spend that much gas, dude.
Dude,
Forget that.
Dude, what about like Waffle
Nice.
House?
Lugo's MVP poll, real MVP, and there are only 3 on. This is Lugo. This is Lugo, and last and most importantly, this is Lugo.
Dude, Freedom brings up a good point. There's 10 votes on Lugos and 9 on the games.
I think I make that 11 now, actually. As it turns out, this is Lugo actually leading the real MVP poll right now with 6 votes. This is Lugo, though, not to be slept on, sitting pretty with 3 votes. And also, you know, the other guy, this is Lugo, probably out of the running. He only has 2 at the moment. Poor guy.
Jesus. Oh my god. Alright. So.
You know, I think we take one look at the other straw poll. And we're still sitting at 9 votes. I guess we just call it here. Maya's your MVP, boys! Woo! Alright, everyone go down and play the game 1. We're gonna interview. Yeet.
Yeah, yeet. Oh, I need to move.
What's up, Maya? Congrats on the 2-0 victory over Labby Dabby Doo.
Thanks.
It did so. How does it feel to now be in the semifinals of PMA LCS Season 5?
Feels pretty good. Alright, wait, give me a second. I need to mute the damn Twitch stream. Alright.
Dude, this always step 1 is mute Twitch stream.
Yeah.
You got any shout outs, family, friends, the goddess of Uwu herself? I don't know.
Let's see. Well, shout out to Cody. That was some pretty stellar. That was pretty exciting.
Yeah, dude, Cody played insane game too, especially.
Yeah, out of his mind. And then his support Sivir game 1 was pretty spicy too. He likes to play support Sivir.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of people expected this one to be rather tight, especially because of like the 4 seed and the 5 seed going in. But
Yeah.
this turned out to be maybe one of the more one-sided finals we've seen, because you guys, I would say, like won rather decisively, 2-0. And so going into the semifinals matchup against Legends on Tap, though, not Legends on
Oh,
Tap, Caligula
KB.
Bobway,
Yeah.
though. Yeah, you guys are on the other side of the bracket. How does that game factor into, how you're feeling going forward in your bracket run?
It feels pretty good because I don't know the games because we've got 2-0'd by both Labadabadu and KB during regular season, and we kind of looked at that and the main thing we saw is we were like, wow, we did not draft like cohesive comps at all in either of those games. So that's the main thing we need to make sure we're doing is drafting comps that has a good front line and still has us on our key picks where I can be aggressive and so on and so forth. So we're gonna be looking to do the same thing against KB.
Any questions from you, Matt?
So, okay. We were going, and we talked about this a little bit, Vitalis. So, we were kind of talking in game one when you were playing Hecarim, like just the strength of Conqueror versus the different utility of Predator Hecarim. So, what made you run with the Conqueror? Were you just trying to look for the skirmishes and the fights, or were you kind of just like, yeah, I just like this better and this is what I'm more comfortable on?
I mean, I just think the Conqueror is just pretty damn broken. I'm not gonna lie. With Hecarim, it just allows you to sustain through fights and be able to just not die. And so that was the thing. As I was saying, I should be able to get into these fights no problem with my ultimate, and I just really need to survive through the Corki burst and whatnot. So the Conqueror will allow me to do that.
I think one thing that especially changed the factor of that game one was those multiple skirmishes that you were able to have on Hecarim, where you're chilling at Rift Herald and stuff was going down, and you dropped the turn on them, and then one of them died, and then you're reasonably low, but then you sustained like so hard through Rafal's damage, and instead of just like dying when you're like 30% 60, the rest of your team's able to show up and you're able to clean up the fight and get yourself like huge advantages across the map because of that Conqueror.
Yeah, I think it just works better with our teams. There's a lot of times where I'll just make an engage that's not the best, and then I'll be calling for my team. So Conqueror helps for my boosted calls a lot.
Yeah, I hear from your team that there's only one call that goes down on Mike like consistently, and that call's always go in. But the catch
Yeah.
is, depending on the way you vocalize it, it means completely different things.
Yeah, it's pretty true. If like they'll be like, "Oh, go in," but then it's kind of like subtle. Where like, "Oh, if you hit a skill shot, then we'll go in on that." But then there's other times where it's like, "All right, we're fucking running straight at them." It just depends on how it's feeling.
Any other questions from you, Matt?
Uh, no, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of the game. Well, actually, yeah. So it seemed like the early game was very strong by Labby Dabby Do, and I'm not saying that your guys' early game wasn't incredibly strong, but it just seemed like their early game pressure and was a lot of early engages and trying to bully you guys out of lane. And
Yeah.
now looking forward to your next game versus KB, and I'm not gonna ask for strats. Um, I haven't had the opportunity to watch a lot of KB games, so because they're all late at night, because I'm an old man and I gotta sleep. But the one thing I do know is that the bear is a very aggressive AD. So like, are you gonna be looking to maybe over the next couple of days or then maybe over the next week look at your strategy of how to address the early game laning phase, or you wanna just try and be like, if it's not broke, don't fix it?
I mean, hopefully, because when we played against KB, we really struggled against it. Because I mean, we were weak in our early game across the entire split, which is mostly due to my bad. I mean, if we just look at your stats, I have like 5% first blood or some crap like that. I just don't tend to be aggressive in the first 5 minutes for some reason. So, and the problem is against KB is whenever they take a lead, they keep that lead because they're such a consistent team. So we're definitely gonna have to mix things up a bit and actually make sure we don't get behind early game for the next semifinals.
Yeah, and I definitely think that'll be kind of the really big turning point is who will get what champion and how you guys are gonna match up that laning phase, because if you I think and we saw this with the Olaf, that like Olaf to me just has a lot more like pre-six pressure, where Hecarim
Yeah,
is
early
one of
game
those.
for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
Hex one of those, like you have to get the six to get these really decent ganks off. Like, I do think, and you played both champions and like incredibly mechanically well, so it's just a matter of like maybe, and this is just like me looking from the outside, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm Silver 2 trash, so don't listen to me. uh, but like I've seen a lot of junglers do this weird thing, where they literally just like they won't gank until like 11, and to me and Silver, that's just so boosted, because like you can carry a game as a jungler, but not when you're playing like Sejuani. So
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you
Yeah. I completely agree. It's just if you don't have decent scaling jungler, which I mean that's with Hecarim is you scale incredibly well into the mid game, so you can just kind of sit there and farm for a bit to make sure he doesn't get too far behind. And that's kind of what happened game one. We didn't really do much in the first 15 minutes because I don't know, I just didn't put enough pressure on the map, and then we transitioned to the mid game, and I had items because I farmed up. So, and that's what I just told the team to do too, just farm up and try not to die.
Yeah, and I definitely think that was like that's just the
Strong.
solution, is just farm.
Yeah.
Dude, that answers my questions. Vitalis, you got anything?
Nah, I actually think I'm good. So
Oh wait,
on.
wait,
Oh,
we have the one question, and we talked about this on stream. So Maye, what toppings belong on pizza?
Oh, pineapple 100% of the time.
let's
Yeah,
go.
Countess and I already talked about this we casted last night, but by
Dude.
pineapple for sure. And then any meats you want to throw on it is always good. There's no wrong meats to throw on pizza. You know,
So-
chicken, pork, whatever.
dude, you heard it. You heard it here, everyone. If you want good pizza, pineapple and meat.
So I
Pineapple.
feel like it should just like 70% pineapple and meat, and then like 30% rest of pizza. Honestly, that's a golden ratio. You just pile it
Yeah.
like sky high with all the meat you can, and then look for the little crevices. Drop the pineapple in there. You're good.
Dude,
Easy.
like Salt Bay that pineapple in there.
Perfect pizza right there.
Yeah. I like thick chunks, but like not too thick. But alternatively, you can like cut the pineapple up nice and thin, so you get a more even spread on the pizza, and then it.
Yeah, and you get the pineapple consistently throughout.
Yeah, which is, in my opinion, that's really good for a lot of people who aren't used to pineapple on pizza, because I feel like pineapple on pizza is a unique taste. I'll say that. It's a very
Yeah.
unique taste, and it's not something that a lot of people. It's like pineapple on pizza doesn't sound like one of the more dumb things you can do, because it's like you have tomato sauce on the pizza. That's technically fruit already.
That's
Granted, it's
already,
savory,
yeah.
but it's fruit. So it's like there's grounds here to put the pineapple on pizza. It's just that it's a very interesting taste. It's like I think when you get it evenly and not like a burst of like thick pineapple in your face, it's much more
Yeah,
palatable.
much more subtle instead of
Yeah.
oh, shit, I'm just eating fruit here.
Yeah, exactly. So, on that note, congratulations to UTD on their 2-0 over Labby Dabby Do, and we look forward to seeing them in semifinals against Kalugma Bobway 2 weeks from now, because next week is PMA LCS Live. Woo!
Oh, that's right.
Congratulations.
Hell yeah.
So on behalf of all the stream team tonight, thank you everyone for coming out and watching this insanely fun quarterfinals match. It's been a pleasure to cast it, both me and Matt. And this is Vitsa Distadesis, and you've been watching Female LCS.